Welcome in. This is pile selection. Pile 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do zooms in a bit. Zooms in a bit. But first, I just want to express how it took so long for me to click play on this. Like, I've just been sat here. I don't know what that's about, but it's very strong. It's so easy to get wrapped up in this. And the only time I was able to then like really hone in like just a slight bit more to really, I guess, ground myself more was when I changed from a ponytail, no, not a ponytail even, yes, maybe, yes, from a ponytail to a bun, just by adding an extra bobble, a scrunchie on top of the bobble. So that could be significant. Okay. I feel in like a fuck this energy. Like, this sucks. So, I don't know, maybe this reading will be titled something to do with conflict. I'm intending it to be something to do with connections, but I'm trying to leave it open. So maybe it's not even called anything to do with relationships or connections. I'll just see what happens. Okay, so the real pile selection. This is pile number 1, it's amethyst. And the amethyst, this part, the colour, the big purple colour is not like directly down, it's like on a side glance. Pile 2 is this, I was told to call this purple fluorite, even though I know it's green. Pile 3 is selenite. That's like the only one I'm thinking won't be so like gunk, but who knows. And the third one, I think this is like a demorierite, something like that. Blue. Okay, did I say that's powerful? It's so interesting how grumpy this feels. Okay, let's get to the piles. What are you experiencing? Hug. Okay. I'm also thinking, I think chickpeas like make my throat all crinkly. Okay. There we go. Oh, ooh, this energy. Okay, welcome in, pile 1. Let's see where this goes. Let's get some of these big cards first. I think there's kind of like a, maybe looking at something with a bit of disgust energy here. Maybe, and I can't tell if this is you or outside of you. It's like an energy of like pitying someone, but it's not fully pity. Okay, just one card from that. Okay, close to being the end, but not the end. Something isn't finalized, and that's causing some sort of rebound or rehashing that does not feel desired. At least on one part. I think on both parts, or all parts. There's just a sense of something playing out for too long. Feeling like maybe you just can't get anything right. Again, I don't know if this is you or outside of you. It's kind of feeling like it's not really worth trying, though. Okay. Ooh, I like that back of the deck. Oh, shall we get this in? Whoa, my voice. I don't think that's necessarily to do with this reading. I think it's just because I ate chickpeas. I don't fully think that, but I kind of think that. So let's move this up a bit. I think you're being asked to breathe. Or invited to. Reminded that breathing is an option. I just heard someone going like, fuck off. Okay. I feel like there might be a lot of curse words throughout this video, but we shall see. I'm wanting to call that, so the puffy pink, the spidery jaggery green, and black and orange with like an electric blue and dots inside, which is downwards. I don't think this will apply to everyone, but maybe it does, just in a weird way. Someone showed up to the party that wasn't invited. Angels. I'm thinking of, what's his name? Robbie Williams. Wait, is that his name? I think so. He could have songs that are meaningful to this. Okay, we have Hakase, Raido, and Noi. These are anime characters for those of you unfamiliar. / manga. Let's get I think I need to be more intentional here. That's when they'll come. Yeah, let's get an undercurrent one. Moving stag. With that, I'm kind of hearing moving stagnation. I think someone moving. No, that's not it. What? Okay, let's get one for Hakase. Okay, there's different situations, we're not doing that. Let's get animal cards then. Slug, that feels like the moving stag. Why did I think that would be in shot when I literally just tried the same size card below? Do you hear the, like, judgment in my voice? Or just, I guess, from the things I'm saying, it's not even my voice. There's something very apparent here for sure, like the energy, but yes. That's all from that deck. Let's use this deck. Apollo. The beginning and the end seems significant for you, which is interesting because we got slug, which is, and moving stag, which is more of the in-between, like slowness progression, but it's not. Yeah, there's a sense of like progress technically being made, but not really. It's like reaching a halt with something. Okay, this is a bird of paradise, I think. A superb bird of paradise. There's a feeling here of like really wanting freedom, liberation from something. Maybe from somewhere you once saw as home, or like a place with a lot of energy you don't want to be a part of. That's making me think of that word party again. From a certain party or a certain collective of others. Okay, I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to stop and read these cards because I feel like I can't, so I'm like continuing to get more, but it's not really why, but it's partially why. Okay, I think that's it. Runes, let's get runes too. Apes could be significant. I think this is a situation that you feel a very strong, like, calling in a certain direction. I think to close something off, it's just really dragging out. You're feeling like you're wanting to distance from certain others and kind of remain. It's just giving like elusive, far away, not sharing, not in contact. You're not wanting to be in contact with someone that either you haven't like ended things with that you're wanting to, or that you've like ended things but things are still like in the process of like finalizing, or they're just somehow like lots of things that make it so it's not really ended. I think this is a situation where you could remain in this place for longer, and even if logically it seems like there's nothing you can do to create the finalization, it feels like I would say the majority of you, if not all of you, there are actions that you can take, even if those are just internal decisions. I think you've like held back from fully letting go, fully leaving, or it's like fully disconnecting. Like maybe you've disconnected, but not in a way which really feels like it's ended, or really feels like you've got the energy, got the like reality that you're really wanting. The energy feels significant here. One example of this would be that you break up with a romantic partner, but then you remain friends, but actually that friendship feels like it's just dragging on, and you're not really wanting that friendship. It feels like you're wanting more of a clean cut here. That doesn't have to be your situation, but that was the example coming through to symbolize how it's like a partway closure. I'm wanting to say, even if you think that there's not things that you can do to change the situation, if it's like external stuff, it doesn't have to be, but even if it is, there's a feeling of like what part of you is still clung on, what part of you hasn't really allowed yourself to like fall into the newness, to really like claim the energy you're wanting to claim. And I heard climb with that. I was like, why am I using that word claim? And yeah, that could be something here. Well, just the word climb came from that, which feels like following what you do know to finding the next thing. But also another thing that I was going to say that I've now forgotten. But now I'm noticing how both Hakase and Noi, which are the upright cards, are laughing, but the downward card is serious. Which makes me think of like maybe a certain playfulness that isn't, or like lightheartedness that is occurring, and you're not really honoring a more serious part of yourself. I feel like you feel very divinely guided in a decision of sorts. So you're just on the brink of fully deciding on it. I want that word again, claim. Fully claiming this, but I heard again climbing. What is this climbing? Climbing the ladder? That could be significant. I think you're just really, you're wanting distance, or you're wanting, it's giving a bit of an energy of like wanting to like claim the role that people are or someone is projecting onto you, just to be able to like accept that, to be able to like make peace, even if it's like there's this feeling here of making peace with that which is not peaceful, and deciding that it doesn't have to be peaceful. But in that, it's really deciding it doesn't have to be peaceful for them, but it can be peaceful for you. And they can find their own peace in the direction that is peaceful for them, and maybe that isn't through you or through any, like, no matter what action you take, maybe they still wouldn't be at peace. Not true peace. Just like they can find their peace, you can find your peace in your own way. I feel like there's a sense of like a wish come true with these, like, what are these called? Leaves? Not leaves. Fox-tailed grass. I'm actually getting from that, like, it's a fear of, like, being seen in a negative light. I think that's keeping you from really freeing yourself, really following your gut impulses, deciding on something, being, I think, more firm in what you're really wanting. Because it feels more liberating what you're wanting than what you're in. Even if that's just emotionally, like honoring what you're really feeling, as opposed to maybe what would be more comfortable to feel. I think for you, strongly following your own guidance is so showing up as an energy here. If you were to give yourself advice in this situation, what advice would you give yourself? It feels like an empowering energy. Angels also makes me think of angels and Apollo. They're such bright energies. And I think that this situation is kind of tugging at your own sense of brightness, and it's dulling the lightness. And what you're really wanting is to be able to fully expand into all of your brightness, all of what you're really wanting. It feels like a feeling of a dream come true. Fully let go. For some of you, fully decide that you're not going back. Yeah, that feels like a lot to sit on. It feels quite ecstatic. I'm wanting to turn this Rider of Sirius card up right now. The snow leopard makes me think of moving in secret. Moving based on yourself. And also a strong sense of solitude. And that doesn't actually have to be alone, but it's just giving that strong feeling of away from this situation. The reason why this process might feel so drawn out, I think, is still because it's like you keep looking back. Maybe I think I don't need to say at what. It's just, I think there's a sense of you continuing to look back when really you're wanting to allow yourself to fully look forwards. To really be in a new energy, or what? I don't know why I was saying or for that. I think of or like O-R-E. I was trying to say the letter W, so W could be significant. I'm going to use my yes or no deck for you, so feel free to get a question in mind. Maybe you want to pause the video. Okay. Neither kind of wanted to pop out, and also wrong question. So maybe this isn't answering your question, it's just going to be an energy. Either like change your question, or I'll just interpret the card, the energy, not to do with questions being asked. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think it was answering a question. It's the no with a wavering no, which makes me think of like you've decided on no, but still like not solid in it. This would be maybe a feeling also of like you've just like, say you've decided to never talk to someone again. There's a feeling of like you've decided that, but then actually their number is still in your phone, kind of thing. Okay, so let's get an energy of, let's clear this and look at what's making you feel wavering, and then steps forwards to solidify what you're really wanting. Okay, interesting. I'm wanting to say something along the lines of, like, if none of that has been resonating, then this just wouldn't be your reading. But I don't know why I'd say that. It feels relevant. Like, if none of that resonated, then why would I say that? So maybe some of you have been like pretending that something is more true than it is, pretending to be more happy with something than you really are. Like that example again of like maybe keeping up with people, or like keeping one like foot still or one finger still there, even though actually you don't want that. And maybe a feeling of like saying things that you don't fully mean. Take that as it applies. Oh yeah, I had said in the pile selection that it wasn't fully face down. It wasn't a full no. It was like on its side. It was close to being down, but oh, that's so cool. Let's get some more of these. Oh wait, I wanted intention. What's making you waver? If that's still relevant. If it's not relevant, then maybe you don't need any more of the reading. Bye bye, love you. Okay, what's making you waver? Waver like a quaver. Ooh, that side. The dark side of the moon is coming to mind, but I feel like I've said that too many times to be happy to say it again. So that could be significant. Gam gam gwingaliki. I don't know which side to use. Sigh? Which side to use is what I heard. Also sight. Optics. Optic nerve. Nerves. Getting on someone's nerves. I like the way that came out. Plough snails feeding on jellyfish. Interesting. This is a card that I almost didn't use. Because I chopped these from a book. Wait, yeah, they're in shot. Let's zoom in. Let's get intentional with this. So, what is making you waver? The back side. The front is, this is that like dream energy, what you're really wanting, feeling like very nourishing, full of life. Kind of makes me think of an island, like I guess that's all I need to say. I can't say more on that. It's making me think of Mako Island, Mako Mermaids, and also famous five in Ireland. And now Ireland, like the country. And green, all of that green. I'm seeing this as like blankness, like there's a hole that you can dive through. Or die through. Afraid of missing the shot. It's giving the sense of like you're wavering because you're afraid that there's nothing on the other side. Because this is like the back. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I love that. This is the back of the card where you're currently at. And you're afraid of letting go of what is currently here. It's like you're feeding on a dead jellyfish. And you're afraid of leaving that jellyfish in case like no other jellyfish to feed on exist. Or, you know, nicer things than jellyfish perhaps. You're afraid of going through this hole because you can't see what's on the other side. You're afraid of deciding to fully go through and like not finding anything on the other side. And I think that's why we had angels, because that, and the two cards which are on your own wisdom, your own sense of trust. I like seeing things less like it's trust, or maybe just a new interpretation of that word. I want to get a card to symbolize this. Let's get this deck. It's like seeing it more as feeling and using other senses as opposed. It's like it's not a blind leap. It's a leap, but it's a step or a leap, but it's not based on nothing. It's based on what you feel. Okay, we got Hikari, which is just she's a vampire, which just makes me think of those heightened senses. And optimism too. She gives me like a cross between like heightened senses that is like, let's say, a gift, but also like her dedication to making things work out, to resolving conflict. Like, it doesn't have to be resolving conflict, but like her own, it's like luck and what's the opposite of luck? Or what really is luck? I feel like I don't have to say more. It's a feeling of like knowing yourself or knowing the universe. In your own way, in your own relationship to that. I kept hearing jump and find out. Okay, surprisingly, I'm gonna leave it there. I feel like I didn't really word those things in a way that I was fully happy with, but actually I'm just saying that and I am fully happy with it. Okay, bye bye pile number 1. See you in another lifetime. I love saying that because it's like, not in this one. That just feels like the energy of the reading, like I won't be seeing you again energy. Are these backwards? I think this is the wrong side. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Put your crystal away. I wonder if some of you will flow into pile 2, because now I'm thinking, I'm just seeing a trail of how it fits. Welcome in, pile 2. So the purple fluorite, seeing in a very altered way, or just seeing based off a strong sense of, I'm wanting to say a strong sense of clarity. It's like I know in this moment what I'm holding is purple fluorite, even though that's not what a lot of my senses are telling me. Okay. I wonder how many people will try and correct me in the comments. It's not purple fluorite though. It is. Okay. How to this one. We have red snow on Antarctica. Okay, so this feels like it's more on about an environment for you. All the like sludge from others, it's not like particularly to do with people themselves or others themselves. I still don't know if like what this video is titled, so if that doesn't make sense, then don't be worrying. That could be very relevant here. If that doesn't make sense, don't be worrying. Back of the deck is spores, a mushroom thing, puffball. It's making me think of puffins, but also like marshy monsters and puff. Oh, I'm thinking not of puff. What are those called? Puffles. What are puffles from? Club Penguin. Puffles? Are puffles from Club Penguin? I'm also thinking of Toontown. And the pets you have in Toontown. Oh, Toontown is such a vibe. Okay. See, I'm even seeing the sloth like an energy, as well as, what are these called? Vicunas. Vicunas? Vicuna. I want to call them Vicunai. Vicunai. Your Victoria asteroid could be significant if you're into astrology. Okay. Oh, maybe also, what's that called when, like, astrology to do with, like, cartography, to do with, like, maps, places. I wonder if you're finding it hard to pinpoint certain things in your environment. There's an energy of dedication is what I heard. Okay, so this tree, there's actually so much more to it lower down, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like a normal tree. This is like that fluorite crystal thing. It's like, it looks green, looks like a normal green fluorite, but it's purple fluorite. And this is like looking like a normal big tree, but really it goes so much further down and it's like a crazy big tree. And so this is actually the like upper part of the tree, even though it doesn't appear that way, just based on comparison. There's something very strong about like perception. Let's use this deck. maybe what you're seeing versus what others are seeing or not seeing, more like. I think you can see something that isn't visible to most people or to those that you're surrounded by. That might be all that some of you needed to hear. If so, farewell, I love you. Snake, I love you. What is that? It feels quite painful to say. But it's saying it in that way. It's like I like saying I love you. But the way I said, this is not about the what's. This is about the undercurrents or the whys or the weird ways of looking at things. Yeah. Snake. Again, I'm feeling not like a literal snake, but the energy. There's something strongly about like recognizing what something is based off like your awareness of maybe process of elimination or just what it's like. You can tell what something is just in a different way or like it's like looking at what has become of something. Like, for example, looking at a creation to see the truth of the creator. But I don't think it's even about seeing the truth of the creator. I think a lot of you feel like something or like something appears to be very light, but it's far darker. So the energy I got just before beginning your reading was like a shot of real darkness, and I considered bringing my black obsidian crystal in. And I thought it was going to be really difficult, but now I'm in this, it's actually quite light. And even though my brain isn't fully understanding, or my brain is a little walking down a wandering road, like I get it, or it is clear. I think something, it's like to others it's not clear, but it's clear to you, or nothing, because I think that's it. It's like you do see something. It's just not, it's not based off what you see though, it's based off what you know you're not seeing. Or it's like you can see the things that you're not seeing just with another sense, based off other pieces of knowledge that could be from the past, like based off past experiences, or based off what, like synchronicities, or what you've felt, experienced in the past. You know what something in the present is, or the future. If not that, it's just you see what is seemingly not there, or feel, or know, or experience. I think your mind doesn't work in a linear way, or it doesn't work like based off, I want to say based off facts, but that's not true. I think it just works. I think you're a very sensing one. It's just like what's true to you is definitely not true to some others. But you see so beyond. I'm also really noting that the sloth is like hanging downwards, and Odin also like hangs downwards. So there's such an altered viewpoint that you have. I'm thinking two things. One is that like with this middle card, we can't see the other vicuna, but I know it's there based off when I saw it before I put this card down. But for for those like who can only see this snapshot, they wouldn't know that there's another one, there's a head showing, or they wouldn't know what it looked like. But I know that I know. What was the other thing I saw? That could be significant here. What, like questioning what were the other things? Like once you realize one thing is true, or you trust one type of sense, it's like, oh, what other times or what other situations have I brushed off as not true when I know they're true? Or I experienced this. Or I've experienced this type of thing, so like looking in the other areas which could also have similar effects, or I'm not sure about the right words to put here, but I think the energy is most important. That could be also true. It's like not seeing things for like the words, but seeing them based on energy. This is a strong feeling of, you know, what is beyond the words, or you know what is beyond the human eyesight, or the common ... It doesn't even have to be common or not common, it's just, I think, compared to either those around you or what you were taught to be. How you were taught to experience, what you were taught to trust. This is a strong pile of listening to yourself and your own guidance too. Pile 1 was like that also. But this just feels like that too, like turn the volume up so much. There's like a dark and sentient feeling here. It's not necessarily uncomfortable. But I could see it being very uncomfortable to a lot of people. I just don't think it is for you. I think it also could be like bringing up your awareness of those that maybe you had trusted and that you didn't feel like you should be trusting them, or you're now more seeing things in a truthful light to you, and that's bringing up emotions to process. This feels like a reading that could be helpful to re-listen to. I'm gonna end your reading there. It was quick, but I think that's all you needed to hear. It was just like a thumbs up, you can trust yourself. Okay, I love you. Yeah, what is that though? I'm wanting to get something on that. It's like, I love you. Oh yeah, that sounds like it could be like simply people saying I love you, but that not really coming from a true sense of I love you, but coming from, it feels more like mutable. It feels more like it's maybe, it feels like an energy of like stepping closer to someone to like try and get something, like using why am I not getting to explain that? I just heard you don't need to, they know. Okay, cool. I love you. See you again. Or not. Pile 3! Should I wait till it goes to 4, 4, 4, 4? Welcome in, pile 3. The selenite. Let's use this deck. I wonder if you're a very visual person. I'm seeing like the beginning of a... I heard a train wreck. I wasn't thinking that. Okay, are you seeing the beginning of a train wreck? So this is Yotsuba. I'm hearing this isn't the way I wanted things to go. We have something Dipper from in Britain. But I didn't write that it's in Britain, but I remember that it was. A dipper hunting underwater. Ooh, it's going towards the Yotsuba, who is like, ah, no! Okay, what I'm feeling like saying is I don't get the problem. I wonder if you feel like it's not okay, Rafflesia, to be pursued or to receive. Yeah, I think there's a sudden lightness that can come to you when you realize it's okay for you to have opinions, or it's okay for you to want things and not want other things. It's okay for you to say no and for that to cause ripples, or to... It's like it's okay for you to make an effect on others based on your true self. It's okay for you to mean something, and that meaning something can... It's like a denoting energy, like you exist, and that you is directing. Even if it's not directly directing, it's like just your presence as you. It changes lives. It changes the way every other existence experiences existence. And seeing how every single existence has that too, I think could be relieving for you to feel like the world doesn't have to feel like it's on your shoulders. Because you could also see that the entire world of all the worlds are all on everyone's shoulders, like everyone possible's shoulders. And so it's kind of on no one's shoulders too. It's okay for some things to die and some things to live. I think some of you need to hear it's okay to be desired. And it doesn't mean you have to meet all those desires. This is such a feeling of let yourself have an effect. Mantid. Yeah, that's all those worlds feeling. Auriga is a chariot constellation. So movement forwards. And we have that with the Dipper too. And I'm wondering what that like stumble was about. We have. Choice is okay. Preference is okay. You are okay. I feel like for some of you, it's like, you know this. It's just healthy. It's nice to have a reminder. Some of you might really battle with this, but it's like a back and forth feeling of continuing to remind yourself that it is okay to live. It's okay for you to live and to choose, to direct. Again, in more of a way of like energies get directed through you just directing your own energy, through you just choosing what you want, or living as yourself. Yeah, living as your most youest you. That's my favorite thing. Okay, that's it. That's your reading. That's what it feels like. Let's get these cards. We're close to that end though. Maybe not. Yeah. You know what I'm seeing? I'm gonna take all those cards. Back of the deck was Apollo, which really fits this energy. It's a feeling of like the spotlight and being gifted, and this Yotsuba kind of struggling with being seen, being loved. I feel like there are so many like stars in the background of this like pouring down. It's like feeling so well received, and that being like hard to take. But it's like once you realize that, then you can just drop into the, oh wait, it is okay to receive. It is okay to feel good. It's okay to be you and have that make effects. It's okay to affect others. There's also a feeling of like, if they want, they can look away. And if they want, they can look. And that's okay. Or that can be okay. Okay, so the cards that okay, the Isis cards. The cards that came out were Isis, Eros. Yeah, that's like a feeling of being very magnetic and like having others drawn into you, I think. Athena and Vulcan. And Pandora, yes. Let's just move these a bit. With these like needing to be pushed all the way left and making the left part of the Isis card chop off, it's a feeling of like that which doesn't resonate doesn't have to apply. Like that which doesn't fit doesn't have to be made to fit. It doesn't mean that we're discounting that it's there and that it is valued. It just means in this box, in this frame, it doesn't fit. For you to be you, things won't, not like everything will resonate with you. Not everything will fit in your life. Not everything will fit with you. Because that's what makes you an individual. And I think there might be a feeling here of like, let people try. If they want to try, that's okay. You might resonate with deer energy or of like around you stag's energy. Because that's quite an energy of like being pursued. What's this Athena about? It's making me think of strategy, and again how like not all of the army will be used. Like it's a feeling of selecting that which is beneficial, selecting that which is desired, that which is like of a sound mind or of like what you're wanting, and throwing the rest into the volcano. Vulcan makes me think of that same selectivity that is okay to have, allows you to like be the best of the best, but not the best of the best, or maybe the best of the best in other areas if that's what you resonate with. But here I'm really feeling like being your best, being the most you. That's possible because you're not being all the different kinds of you. You're being the you that is really you. And Pandora makes me think of like a box, you being a box that isn't openable by everyone. Not needing to lower your barriers, your borders, your boundaries, your walls for anyone that you don't really want inside. I get more of that like delicacy from Vulcan. like top tier. Some of you might find it helpful to see how you, like, only allowing in that which you consider to be top tier creates your own energy as being top tier, and then allows that you energy to be existing like that exists for everything in existence, and particularly those you interact with, to receive that energy of top tier too. It's an energy of like looking after yourself so that that which you create, that which you live your life to be, is of that high quality too. Yeah, this is a feeling of you're allowed to be high quality. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to say yes. You're allowed to decide and move in the direction that feels most aligned for you, most like conducive of forward momentum, if that's something you're after with the Auriga. Yeah, this feels like a reading of allowing yourself to feel magnetic and to be magnetic. And the acknowledgement that that may cause disappointments in others who don't get to be close to the magnet. But that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. And that doesn't mean that that trigger wasn't serving those that it triggered. I feel like you have so much love to share, but predominantly, like, yes, maybe you resonate with that love, but it feels more like lightness or like a pristine energy, like quality energy. Like that's what you want to live as. And thus share with existence. Okay, that's why I'm going to leave you a reading. Pile number 3. See you in another. I feel like saying like a big bye-bye to someone. Bye, 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 bye. It's an energy of like truly see you in another. Like another lifetime. Welcome in, Pal 4. I feel like I'm beginning before something. Before what? Before what? Before what? Floored? Carpentering? Carpentering. Terrain. To ring something, to ring a doorbell. Torrent ducks and chili. Spicy. An ammonite. I don't know what an ammonite is. Maybe something about like when you weren't looking, it all came ... Oh, this little bear is my favourite card in this deck, I think. Let's move these up. Okay, I wasn't going to get one of these to put in here. I was going to use a white card, but I used that one. Back of the deck is this tall tree. Now let's get some number cards to go on the left. You have quite a peaceful energy. We have 31. Look at that crab just staring. It's the opposite of the bear who's sleeping. And I feel like the ammonite is like super sleeping. And 28. Okay. Back of the deck is 47. I feel like saying some of you could be 47. That could be an important age for you. Even if you're not 47 now. Maybe some of you are about to turn 48. That just feels like something. Okay, what is this? It's like, are you ready to dive off the peaceful end into the deep end? I love this energy. Okay, usually I'm more of like looking at the turbulent energies to get into the peace. But for you, I feel like you've been in the peace pond and you're wanting to create more growth or movement or progression. Which is interesting because that final card is the bear card. But yeah, okay. I think you've come to a lot of peace with something or just in life. Yeah, you may, if I keep saying in life, but you know that doesn't apply for you and it's something particular, then you'll have to keep changing that. I kind of want to get the gnat out of the way. Usually I like having them in, but I don't want him in today. Well, for you. Yeah, there's something in how the final card, the quote-unquote final card, was the bear sleeping, rest, contentment. It feels like this, is this bullfinch? No. Crossbill. It feels like a fullness energy you've come to. And yet, I did end up getting another card, which is the eyes open. It's completely new, but it's also making me think of like the weird crabs in, like, I think it's Davy Jones's Locker or somewhere that Jack Sparrow goes to when he dies. But it's like not a full death. So it's making me think of rebirth, but I think I might need to reshape my idea of this. Okay, I'm going to keep going though. There is that feeling here. I'm going to keep going. It's like thinking that you wanted to leave something or to put something to bed or to keep, like, to stay in the peace. But you're wanting change. You're wanting more movement. You're wanting newness, growth. I think you're wanting to explore somehow, but I feel like I'm slightly misreading this. What is this? I'm also a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, it's like wanting a shake-up. Not because you need it, not because you're not content or happy, but because you're wondering what else there is to life. It's like you don't really want to be just content anymore. You want to live. You want to see what else is possible. We have Fenrir at the back of the deck. Okay, so Odin and Eros are the deities that came out for you. And I keep seeing Jack and the Beanstalk for this 28 card, by the way. And this one feels like a very peaceful pond. Okay, so Odin makes me think of like seeking, and Eros makes me think of seeking too, but like desire. I'd say the desire to expand, but it feels more direct than that. I think some of you may have had ideas around age or around maybe certain like a span of something, thinking that like you couldn't ... because of certain conditions you placed on yourself that you're now wanting to jump out of and question. Yeah, I think you're really questioning what is possible. Seeing life maybe is more alive than you once did. Sweet chestnut. Yeah, I think you're wanting, like, to taste more riches, to... I heard gather your thoughts. So this could have to do with a sense of wisdom that you're wanting to kind of embark on a journey of discovering, or... I'm getting that some of you might be going through like a spiritual awakening that is like gentle. It's like a choice. It's like you're feeling like you could choose to live very differently, to go after more of what you're really wanting. And I think that maybe that has really begun for you, for like questioning what actually do you want. And we have Sirius A. I'm thinking of type A, like that, like a certain strictness. It's vibrancy, I think you're wanting. Vibrancy and... it really is a feeling of what else is out there, or what can I really experience. Like, ready to come out of hibernation, ready to have new experiences. I feel like that's a message that I'll just keep going around in circles now. I want to hone in on something particular. Or what's this Sirius A about? Or the Hathor? There's definitely a warmth to your energy. And I think you've been in that warmth for a while. And what you're really wanting is like to dive into the ocean, to see, I don't know, just to see like the ocean. I heard like, cut your losses and ... I'm gonna hold my labradorite for you, one sec. But why am I doing that and not holding your crystal? Because you've already experienced this crystal. You want to hold a new crystal. This is a big new crystal. It's a similar breed because there's blue on both of these. But this also contains lots of other colours. Or it's like a whole new experience of what blue can be. I just said, what do you have to lose? I heard like a combination of count me out and then also in. See, I feel like I don't know where to I think I just need to... I think this is just like an energy to sit with and process some more and allow yourself to open. So I think maybe I'll sit more with this, with you. I think not trying to push could be helpful here. It's like simply opening your eyes and then continuing to live and see what else you're seeing with those eyes open, like allowing things to come to you, like ideas, for example. Desires. I'm getting for some of you even like making small shifts, like the way you... I got the image of someone who eats toast, like spreading something on it but a different way, or like if they always chop it down like diagonally, like seeing what it feels like to chop it horizontally, or like just in a different way, or to not chop it at all. Some of you, this might take you back into like your teen years, and maybe like that type of fresh eyes. Yeah, this feels like a rediscovery of self, but definitely it feels very like open to the world too. Like, what can you discover outside of yourself too? I'm hearing a song. I'm hanging on a thread. No, I'm hanging on a... Oh, this feels so significant because I don't... Like, this is not a well-versed song in my brain. I'm gonna try and find it on Spotify. I don't know what the rest of the lyrics are. Let's type in. It says I'm hanging on a something that makes me itch, I think. Makes me itch. Oh, something I'm falling, falls out of love. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting that you're really wanting to shake things up. To not go down, to not continue living in the way that you once did. Really seeing what's out there and in there. Out there and in here. Or maybe in other places and out in other places. I was trying to just flip them. Kind of. See, I feel like I've said the things, but that... See, and this is what I think you're experiencing. It's like, you know this, but... Okay, let's clear this and see what the resistance is. I'm not feeling like a strong resistance. I am, but it's how do I explain what kind of or how do I understand what kind of resistance this is? Okay, what's holding you back? Why aren't you living that newness? That makes me think of following the herd. Maybe let's zoom this in. Caring what other people are doing. What's holding you back? Okay, we have giant forest tree in Peru. Oh, it's the one that was at the back of the deck. It's making me think of Paddington, Peru. And jellyfish, a dead one, being eaten. Okay. Hey, I said spreading something on toast. Maybe it was marmalade. Or on a sandwich. You're pulling my legs off. I'm in like an I'm waiting. It's like I'm waiting for you to say something. Okay, this can't be true to my current brain, but maybe, okay, that's, I think, what you're experiencing, like feeling as if it's like you have to get a new brain in order to live the new way. It's like you don't fully believe it. And I really want this gnat out of the way for your reading. It was flying around close by again. Which just feels like this small thing's distracting you, making you feel like you can't do it your way. This just also feels like such like a single tree above the others. And there's a feeling of like, that can't exist, right? Shouldn't all trees grow to the same size? And when it was a sapling, maybe it didn't think that it could grow so tall, because otherwise why wouldn't all the other trees be growing as tall? Maybe just everyone else had the exact same thought. Like, no one else is growing that tall. There's no way I could grow that tall. This is a feeling of choosing to believe in yourself. It's quite simple energy. It's like, why not? And not actually looking at the why nots. Maybe that's important for you, but maybe if that's important to you, going to another reading about more like complexities. Because right here, I'm feeling like you don't even need to look at the why nots. There's just a feeling of, go on, jump, go on, believe in yourself, go on, believe that life doesn't have to be normal, or life doesn't have to be boring, or the way that you thought it had to be. It can be different. It can be cooler. It can be taller. It doesn't have to be the way things have always been. Be the change you want to see in the world. I'm just thinking about that because with that being like a famous quote, it's a feeling also of like you don't need to be the only one. Like I said a quote that I like. It's like also taking inspiration from those that you do feel aligned with, who maybe do think in similar ways to you, or do have those brains that do see the possibility outside of the herd mindset, or just the old mindset. This is like, allow yourself to believe that you are more than you once thought that you could be. Whoa! There's a bird really close. I'm gonna have to use my bird deck to see what kind of bird that is. I really want to get my phone and show you, turn the video up, but I think it will fly away if I move too suddenly, or move at all. I'm slowly moving. I think it's not flying away. This might get bumpy. Oh my goodness, there's two of them. Can you see? I feel like you can't see. There they are. Look at that. I've done something weird to the camera. It looks so dark in the camera though. The camera makes them look so far away, but they're so close. I guess it's all perspective anyway, but oh my god. I have a full teeth smile too. I thought that might have like scared them away. Ah! Oh wait, I was looking at them, not my phone. So my phone started tilting. Look at that guy. This is that feeling of like miracles do exist. What is possible? This has never happened before. I don't think I've ever seen one of these kinds of birds on this thing before, let alone them staying for this long. Not just one of them, but two of them together and like looking so curiously. Ah, so cute. Thank you, Mr. Birdies. Shall we end on that? No, let's look through my bird deck to see what kind of birds they were. Goldfinch? Question mark? Chaffinch? No. I don't think it's goldfinch. I feel like goldfinches are bigger. Okay, let's have a look. Looks similar to that. What is that one? Ah, that's a chaffinch. It's gone on for so long that now I'm thinking, wait, what if it was a chaffinch? I feel like it wasn't. They went. This is the goldfinch. I don't think it was that. Was it a goldfinch? This one just looks so long. Maybe it was a goldfinch. Well, they were. Goldfinches. Cheese. Cheese and marmalade. Crackers. I remember crackers. Jam and cheese crackers were good at some point. Yeah, it was goldfinch. Okay. Let's look up goldfinch symbolism. On my laptop, to the side of me. And let's put these away. Actually, not this one though. Just the wildebeest, right? Yeah, wildebeest migration, crossing a river. Every time I fall in love falls out of me. That might be the song. I'm hanging by a thread, a leash. Let's try and get that too. Okay. Okay, yeah, it definitely was a goldfinch. Goldfinch spiritual meaning. Symbolizes joy, renewal, divine grace, and the resilience to find happiness during difficult times. Yeah, positive energy liberation. Talisman for health, warding off contagion and bringing prosperity. Excitement, liveliness. Okay, cool. Now let's see if I can think of that song now. Okay, yeah, I found it. Okay, it goes, have you cried yourself to sleep? Have you felt this incomplete? Have you ever cut yourself so deep to see if you still bleed? Do you ever feel wanted? Do you ever feel needed? Do you ever feel happy, or are you just like me? I'm hanging by a thread, a rope, the noose around my neck. I choke, 'cause every time I fall in love falls out of me. I'm hardened like a rock, a stone, the brick inside my chest. Alone, 'cause every time I fall in love falls out of me. Love falls out of me. Have you ever wished for death and prayed all night for your last breath? Have you ever wanted to forget the feeling of your dreams? Because I never feel wanted, and I never feel needed, and I'll never be happy, but I guess that's just me. Okay, that would definitely like tie into the goldfinch symbolism of like positivity or happiness, looking to the light during difficult times, because this is a very dark song. I'm hanging by a thread, a rope, the noose around my neck. I won't say these things are all the same. I'll never forget the day I died. Love memories frozen and denied. Flower of my heart withered and dried. I'm hanging by a rope, a thread, and the noose around my neck. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, because every time I fall in love, love falls out of me. Okay, so Major looking at the lightness. Life turn up. Turn up and inside out. I think I want to end on a deities card for you. Vulcan. That's like creating. It's like creating a comeback. Coming back from the dark. Vulcan is like massively rejected and then becomes like from that, uses that as like the fuel to drive him to greatness, is what I'm gonna say. Drive him to becoming such a masterful creator. There's a feeling here of using the destruction, using the pain, or that even if it's not pain for you, because I was saying so much more about like peace, using the stagnancy or the feeling of like lack somewhere. That could be just boredom, or it could be more intense than that. It's a feeling of using your own fuel to birth you into what could be. This feels like not like sitting around hoping though. This feels like going after it, deciding for yourself. It's not even like a needing to know where you're going, but deciding that you are going to go somewhere. You don't know where it is yet. Maybe some of you do know exactly where it is, but there's a feeling of either one of those, you are going somewhere. That's what you're wanting to decide, I think. To make your life your own. Or to make your life better, more suited to you. And knowing that you can do that very thing. With you here, I'm wanting to say intention is so powerful. It's not the how, it's the deciding that you're wanting to find out the how. But some of you have an idea of the how, and this is the reflection of your own desires to make this happen. Okay, that's why I'm going to leave the reading. I love you very much, pile number 4. See you again in this lifetime or another.